Well, of course I'm live. Doodly-doo. Ooh, hello, Robin. Hello, hello. How are you today? Wow. Before I look up, there's 5 people. Hang on, hang on. I thought I'd do a little impromptu. I've been waiting and waiting for Sammy to come on, but it doesn't look like she's going to. So I figure I'll just pop on and see what happens. And Charlotte and Heather and Veronica and Connie. Hello, hello. Yes, it's me, and yes, it's unscheduled, and yes, I don't have any idea what I'm going to do. Hi, Connie. I'm sort of in that, post book release. I still have the other book to do, but, taking a little short interlude between. And so I thought I'd just see what everybody was up to. Hello, Susie. How are you? I so enjoyed watching you the other morning. I think, when was that? Yesterday? I think it was yesterday. Hello, Pat. Thank you for coming, considering that I haven't yet made it to one of yours. And at any rate, I'm holding the book up out of the glare. I'm still trying to figure out why my camera seems to be stuck down here, I get it up as high as I can. It's got something to do with my settings from when I was doing a pre-record, I think. And I haven't figured out how to fix it. Hi, Kim. And everybody coming in. Oh, that's wonderful. I am so glad to see you. I just thought I'd pop on and do a little coloring. I was actually experimenting in Fantasia earlier today, and I did this cool rose back here with my ink tints, and I just absolutely loved it, and it put me in the mood for coloring something. So I finally figured out that this is a color test page. It's set out like a wheel. It's the only, what we would consider a pattern page in the entire book, except for, of course, that one, which is also a pattern page. And they're colored, they're medium testing pages. And yes, Charlotte, and I can tell you what they were. I started out with the poppy red on the inside, the mid vermilion, no, the carmine pink. No, not the carmine pink. Sorry. Okay, so it's the poppy red, the scarlet pink, and the golden yellow. So I started out, I put the red in the deepest part, and then the scarlet pink, and then the yellow on the outside, the golden yellow. And that wasn't deep enough. It didn't give a good enough shadow. So I went back in with the oak and added the shadows. Oh, hang on. Of course, my doorbell just rang. I'll be right back, guys. I have bills in one hand, and this could not possibly be here I am guessing that this is a happy mail from Shannon, and I believe that it might be the surprise that she has been telling me was coming, or actually telling all of you was coming. Hi, Charlotte. And hi, Katrina. Oh, look, I got so excited. Hang on, guys, I'm trying to get it open. This is from Shannon Lefevre, and she has been working on something. And I have been agreeing to keep my face turned away from her conversations about it. Hi, Gary. I just thought I'd pop on until Sammy, because I was waiting for Sammy, and then I saw Harry was on earlier, and I was in his stream, but I didn't say anything. Oh, look at her. Oh, my goodness. Oh, wait. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Oh, guys, wait until you see this. Wait until you see this. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Look at this. Off to Feed the Dragons will return shortly. Oh my goodness. Look at how fantastic this sign is. And she even colored one of my dragons. And these are all flowers from my books. Oh my gosh. Oh, Shannon. And she's off social media. She's taking a break from social media. Either one of you, well, I'll find out. I'll find out how to get in touch with her. Oh my goodness, would you look at how cool this is? It's on this wood canvas. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's so beautiful. Look, it's got sparkle glitter and oh my goodness. Oh, that is so beautiful. That is so beautiful. Oh my goodness. Oh, so this is for the channel, guys. So when I need to get, when I have to go pour coffee or go off to the little girls' room, I have my very own sign. And look, it's got a hanger, so I can put it on the thing right behind me, and I won't lose it. Ah, yay! Oh my goodness. Oh, that is absolutely wonderful. That is absolutely wonderful. Yes, it is White Dragons, and it's from my book. Yes, or not from my book, but from my coloring page. And yes, she obviously printed it out in color, or printed it out and colored it for just specifically for this. And these are all flowers that she obviously from my books. I mean, or she traced them on, or she might have, I don't know what it feels like paint. No, it does feel like paper, like colored paper. So she obviously fussy cut those out and colored them on there. That is so cool. That is so cool. Off to Feed the Dragons will return shortly. Oh, I love it. I love everything about it. Absolutely everything about it. No, not the least of which that it is from Shannon. Trying to figure out if I can hang it in my eyesight, and I can't. So hang on. And then I don't know what this is, but I suspect that I know what it is. I've been Becky, this might be something that you know. Yeah, it kind of is. Oh my goodness. And I love that she had it sent to her. because it wasn't on my wish list. Guys, wait till you see this. This is so gorgeous. Which books are my books, Connie? Oh, hang on. Okay. Well, this is one of my books. Fabulous Flowers. Now, this is my author copy, which is why it's got the band that says it's not for resale across the front. But, and then, hang on one second. Do one thing at a time. Connie, stick with me for a second. We'll get there. By the way, these are my paper scissors, and they're not worth a darn. Unless you're trying to cut paper, and they're wonderful. This, by the way, guys, is a glass pen. I have been coveting a glass pen ever since I saw Becky, ever since I saw one on Becky's channel. And of course, my favorite color is green. And look at this, a glass pen in green. Oh my goodness. And what you do with these is it's a dip pen, and you dip it in ink or you can water down acrylic paint or anything like that, and then you can use it to do fine detail work or draw, and it's really a bit of fun from a colorist standpoint. But isn't it gorgeous? And it's heavy, and it feels good in your hands. Oh my goodness, I love it. And then what happens is that the ink travels down these little grooves to the point in a controlled fashion. And so if you dip the pen, you can write with it for quite a while before you have to re-dip it in more ink. And they're great for drawing and for all kinds of things. Yes, dip pens are a lot of fun, and I never wanted to get hooked on them because I know myself. I know that I will want dip pens, and then I'll want like 10 of them, and I'll want all the inks. And so I've been trying hard not to have them be like, in my atmosphere, but it looks like. And then this, of course, is the little holder that holds the dip pen up. You don't have to have it, but it's a great safety measure. And oh, isn't it pretty? Shannon, thank you. She had jokingly said that she was going to put one in the package with my sign. And look, it's not a joke. She actually did it. Now, of course, I don't have any ink, so I can't actually try it out right yet. But I will put ink on my list. And I could do it. Becky says I can do it with paint, that you can do it with acrylic paint. But I didn't. I don't know where my white acrylic paint is, and I don't really have anything that we could practice on right yet. But I'm trying to put up the link and it won't let me. You have all the powers, Becky, because you are a mod. By the way, did you notice? Did you notice I gave you the power of the wrench? I did that when you weren't looking and I didn't ask, but I assumed you'd be okay with it. You sent me white. Shannon, there you are. Where? Well, wait. Hang on. Yes, you did. Shannon, I would have looked in the box eventually, but look at that. There's white ink, guys. Shannon, were you here? Were you here when I opened it? Oh my gosh, girl. This is amazing. This is amazing, Shannon. This is amazing. You know this. I love this. You just got notified that Amazon delivered it, didn't you? Oh, Shannon, I did not know when I decided to do an impromptu live that they heard the doorbell. The people in the room heard the doorbell ring. I could not have known that. Shannon, this means the world to me. I absolutely love it. I love it. I love the heart in it. I love the execution. I love every single thing about it. So huge hugs and thanks for thank you for making the journey into social media. I know you're trying hard to take a break. I know I've tried. I've never been able to do it. So, oh, look at this, guys. And she knows what she's about. It's the right kind and everything. I think I have the wrong kind in my little shopping basket. Okay. Well, in that case, then I need a black page or a dark page, and I don't have a dark page, but I do have a Nicholas or a Nathaniel Wake book that has lots of dark on the back. So hang on. Okay, Connie, I have 8 books out. If you go in the description down below and go to my Etsy shop, or if you better yet, go to my flip throughs playlist. If you just, when you're looking at my channel, go to, how it's got videos, choose playlist, and look for the one that says CLAldridge flip throughs. And there are flip throughs of all 8 of the books that I have released. And I just released a 9th book yesterday. Yeah, I agree, Becky. I agree. I don't have the willpower either. A, I miss you guys. B, it really is part of my business to be on social media, and so when I want to take a break, I just simply like unplug. For the longest I've ever managed was 2 days, but then people start worrying about me, and then my phone starts dinging, and so anyway, but yeah, all my books, Connie, uh, are shown in the playlist. They're all available through Amazon. They're also all available as PDFs through my Etsy shop, and all of the individual drawings are also available. So, and then the 10th book that I've got coming next week is the sampler that has the 5 top favorites from each of the 8 that I've already published. Okay, let's try this out. Becky, do I need to do anything to prepare it? Or do I just go for it? Shannon, by the way, that is my favorite color. I absolutely love that color. Okay, so you dip your pen in, and then I'm not sure that this is quite the right viscosity. It's definitely not the pen, but it's like the ink won't flow off of it. It just wants to stick there. Maybe, do I need to shake it? Yeah, it's too thick. That's the problem. It is too thick. It doesn't want to flow off of it. Um, Hang on. Let me read the instructions. It could be that I have to shake it or something. Let me get my little magnifier out and read what it says, because my eyes are way too old. A professional quality calligraphy ink suitable for dip, pen, and brush. Opaque, matte, non-waterproof, light fast. Shake well before use. Dilute with water as required. Aha! Yay! We'll try shaking it first. Thank you, Pat. See, Pat knows. Hey, hi, Isabel, and hi to anybody who's come in that I haven't seen. Nika, hi. We are testing out a beautiful dip pen that I was gifted, and we are look at this super cool sign that Shannon made for me for my channel. That for when I am up and having to get water for the brushes, or getting a cup of coffee, or visiting the little girl's room, all those things. So this will be my new Sammy's got the one that says tea time, or and now mine says I'm off to feed the dragons. I love it. Okay, so we're trying it again with just having shaken it. That's a little better. But I think I'm going to have to add some water. So let me get as much of it off as I can. And then let me put a little bit of water in it. And in order to do that, I need to go get some fresh water. So I will be right back. Wait, I'll be right back. Okay. Fortunately, the water isn't very far away. And then I have one of these nifty goodies for putting water in a water brush, although I never use it for that. So it sucks up a little water. I'm sure I don't want that much. Let's try that much. And see if that helps at all. Bet you I realize this isn't very exciting, but it's very fun for me. I love to get to try new things. Hello, Donna. Everybody, be sure to shout at me, or here's the deal. I have to do these streams without my glasses on, because otherwise I can't see anything here. And when I don't have my glasses on, I also can't see the screen. So it's very exciting for me too. So I miss a lot that goes on in chat. Basically, I'm blind as a bat, and I'm terrible at multitasking and talking at the same time. So, okay. Get rid of all the bubbles and see if that has helped at all. We may need to, because I think we may need to add more water. Yep. I think we need to add more water. I didn't add very much because I don't want to ruin it, you know? Okay. Getting fresh paper towel. Doo-doo-doo-doo. I also don't want to sort of out of room in the jar as well. Doo-doo-doo. Get one of those ketchup, mustard, and mayo with those tiny squirty tips. Oh, you know what? The sink is really sort of a hop, skip, and a jump. The bathroom sink is a hop, skip, and a jump. And I refill my water brushes because I empty them if I don't use them or if I'm not going to use them for a little bit. Because I don't want them to get okay, vinegar with a soft cloth to clean the nib so it doesn't get nicked or coated. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, I got you, Shannon. I got you. Okay. Rather than do the whole bottle, you mean? Okay. We'll try that next. And I'm not really rubbing on it. I'm more just letting it soak off the. Okay. So now what we'll do is we will try that. Here is one of those, and this is what Shannon is talking about. I am a recycler of all things, and I don't like plastic in the in the trash. So I make messes. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Probably shouldn't use the pen. Oh, why not? It's what I have handy. You can also, I saw a video that shows that you can paint it on to your, there we go. There we go. So you can use it to make, whoops. You can use it to make stars. Ooh. Or blobs. Hey, look, I can make a creature. I can make a spider. Now is the time. Oh, okay, so if you hold it like that, yeah, I think I didn't get the mix quite right. Love will always find a way. I love it. I love it. I suspect that we have a a learning curve on this, but but like everything else, like every other tool in our arsenal, everything comes with a learning curve. But yeah, see, you can actually get it to flow all the way up. See, if you want it to flow all the way down or flow down fast, and I think I saw this on something the other day, you end up, if you hold it too upright, you'll get these blobs. Um, Shannon, again, you amaze me. You just amaze me with your heart. You are so kind. Thank you so much. You know, I love it. I love it. I absolutely love this. And I'm going to enjoy learning how to master it as well. Letting it flow down, the little doohickeys. It may be drying out on me. Okay. I am going to pour that in there. Then I'm going to learn how to use this thing. And the next time you see me use it, I'm going to look like I know what I'm doing. So, anyway, guys, all my plastic does eventually end up in the trash. But before it ends up in the trash, I always find a secondary use for it of some kind. Okay, so uh, theoretically, they do clean up with water. So here is clean water. Ooh, that is sort of very satisfactory to watch it do that. And of course, because it is water, or a glass of glass, you do not want to bang it against the edges. And you do, they are the tips, the points on them are pretty fragile, so you don't want to, mistreat it in any way, but not so fragile that you have to worry about getting stabbed with it or anything like that. Uh, oh, good, Connie. I'm glad to hear that. Yes, yes, and hopefully you're talking about my books, um, please. Please, yes. And anybody who doesn't know this, although I hope that everybody does, I'm not without heart as far as giving away freebies. Obviously, you guys know I do it all the time with the PDF versions here in my group. But there are also free sample pages to color on my Facebook page, my Facebook artist page. So all you have to do is go there and go into the albums. And in every single book album, there is a freebie to color. And I have them all sorted out because what I do is when I come across exceptional colorings of my work, I save a copy of it into my albums. And those are usually the ones that end up in my videos and or occasionally on my book covers. So speaking of book covers, I wanted to tell you guys, yeah, I'm particularly proud of the cover on the new Mandalas book. And I don't know how many people in here knew her, but the colorist who colored that version was Jodi Ann Savage. And in early 2018, when we had the flu epidemic, Jodi wrote a post that said that she had been ill. She had been to the urgent care that afternoon, had gotten medicine from the doctor, and by the following morning, her heart had given out, and she died of that flu, and it just broke my heart. Um, so I used her coloring in memoriam on that cover, but I was never able to get a good high res scan from her. So I don't know how it's print. So the reason why why I've delayed the print version of that book, I released the PDF yesterday, but the print version won't be for another week because I had to order a copy of it to see how it'll print. I'm hoping I don't have to change it out, but if I do, that'll be why. And so it makes me sad every time I think about it. And of course, Facebook popped up one of those, friend anniversary things on me the other day, which A, made me want to put that on my cover, and B, made me sad again. So, because you know how I am about losing members of the community. I am not good with it. Shannon, this is a beautiful gift. Thank you very much. I am going to learn to use both of these things, and you'll see me do it well. I'll make you proud, I promise. And thank you for your thoughtfulness. I don't know why it held that one. The mods will know what I'm talking about. Oh, it's so gorgeous. Yay! Toys, I love my new toys. And I love to use them. Now is the time, yes, now is the time for all good men to come to the aid of their country. Those of us of a certain age will remember, yes, Isabel, there is going to be a printed version. Normally I would release them simultaneously. The reason why I didn't this time is for the reason that I just stated. And Shannon, if you are still going to be gone, know that you take my heart with you, dear, and I hope that everything is okay, and that we will see you back soon. Okay. Uh, so yeah, and so that's yes. There's always print versions. The print versions are what it's all about. The PDFs are fun and a quick way to get it out for people who like to print on their own paper. But yeah, I do it for the print copies. So anyway, okay. Oh, that is so sweet. And I just love this sign. I love everything about it, that it's got your coloring on it, and that the cutouts, and it's just so beautifully done. Oh, I just love it. I guess I better find some dragons to feed. There's some dragons right there. Shall we feed them? Poor Nathaniel. Nathaniel, I didn't mean to do. Wait, see? Yeah, see, it says it was a doodle test area. Right there. We just used the other side of the page. So how is everybody, by the way? Let's do. Let's do. Let's talk more do. Is that what you mean? Okay, well, I did that. I could do another one with Inktense, except that I got the my book out for a reason. I've got the Prismas out for a reason. So I thought I might do a little coloring and chatting and all of that kind of good stuff. And I thought I would continue with this, since this is a page that we had started with the when we took the Tim Holtz Distress Inks out for their first test drive in one of my books, and we did this. And so I thought I would continue on. I want to do a pink rose, so I guess I better uncover the pink colors in my. And before somebody says, Christine, you should put those all in a book, know that I don't like my pencils in a book. Okay, so pink. We need a light, a medium, and a dark. So how about the Deco Pink, the Pink, and the, no. How about, you're gonna love it. We're gonna use that neon pink, and don't freak out, because we're only gonna use it a little bit. And the pink. No, I want the swatch book. I know what I want to do, and I don't know how to do it. Hang on. Let's go to the swatch book. When I don't know about any of you guys, but whenever I get stuck, if I go to my swatch book, oh, good. All right, Connie, I'm glad you were talking about my books. Okay, I was just like reading a little bit of the chat. I find that it's very helpful to go back to my swatch book to more help me figure out what is going on. I know I want the mulberry, so that is $9.95. Now, I am probably one of the very few people that has ever swatched my Prismas by their color number as well. So, but I did that in a bit of OCD, probably, mostly because I wanted to find out if there was a story to be told by the way they were numbered. And as it turned out, there was. And then the other one is the pomegranate. And so I listened to the story. that it told, and it told me a lot. And hopefully I'll show that to you today. Okay, so I do have 3 shades. They are sort of unusual, but we are going to start with just a very light shade of this neon pink. And the neon is a great highlight color. And so wherever I put my highlight, I will know that this is already down. I am just using a light shade or a light coating. Oh, happy birthday, Kim. I didn't realize it was your birthday. Happy, happy birthday to you. So it has been a fun week here. First sort of getting the mandalas book out. Now I know mandalas aren't for everybody, but mine aren't normal mandalas. I don't do the. Actually, Katie had a perfect comment about the kind of mandalas that I do. I like to leave you plenty of room for your creativity. So I don't do the weird pattern stuff inside my mandalas are things. They're flowers, they're leaves, they're stuff you can decide and color and blend and do all kinds of different things with. So I really am just coloring the entire blossom over with the neon pink. And just a very light layer, because then I can go back in and add more, but it's just gets a little bit of wax down there on everything so that stuff's got a place to slip inside too. Well, Connie, I have a solution for that. Don't pass. Don't go. Hey, Kenny, how are you? I just thought I'd pop on a little impromptu. I know I'm supposed to be on tomorrow too, but it never hurt anybody to do 2 streams in a row, and I didn't see anybody else on, so I'm watching. If somebody else comes on, shout at me, everybody, and I'll get on. There was just a little voice in my head that said, "Come on," and almost the minute I did, the doorbell rang, and it was the postman with the gift from Shannon. So it was like it was meant to be. Okay, so this is the mulberry and this is the pomegranate. And the mulberry is more of uh, a light purple, and the pomegranate is more vivid. So I'm considering the mulberry as my secondary color. And so I will come in with it in just a little line from my edges. I've already sort of established that my light is coming from above when I did this flower. So I'll just go lightly around the outside. And this one is actually to the inside, since you're looking at the side of a petal. And this one would also be, I believe Sammy calls this color mapping, and that is a great way to think of it. flip through of my new book. There is a video flip through. I don't have a physical copy yet, so I can't do a physical flip through. There is a video of the book, every page in the book set to music. I posted it yesterday, Katrina. Um, and so it also is in my playlist, but it also is this, it should come up as my most recent posted video. And it shows all of the pages in the in the new book. I always do that. There's always I make sure that no matter whether or not you buy a print book or if you buy the the I'm sorry, hang on just a second. The doorbell just rang again. Hang on. Oh my gosh. It's another Amazon. Okay, hang on. Doesn't say Amazon though, but it came on. Whoa! Ho ho! Ho ho! Ho ho ho! Yes! Look! Look, everybody! That shocks me. I just ordered it yesterday. I just ordered it yesterday. And guess what? That cover printed perfectly. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, that's Jody's work. And I got to use it on the cover of my book. I have. Anyway, everybody, this is my new book, and you get to see it. Oh my gosh, I don't believe it. And it's all happening live. Uh, uh, okay, so this is the cover. Let's do a flip through. I want to know how Katrina knew. How did Katrina know? That's amazing. Oh my gosh. Okay, so it's 8.5 by 8.5, guys. Um, and of course, it's got a glossy cover, and it is a mandalas book, and it's the 48 fan favorite designs out of I looked up all out of the hundreds of designs that I have in my Etsy shop. These are the ones that people love. I am just Pat. I am just floored, absolutely floored. Like I say, I by the way, I make it a habit to always, always, always listen to the little taps on my shoulder. If a little voice in my head said, Sammy's not on, maybe it would be a time to do an impromptu. And so I just listen and look at how incredible it's been. Ah, I don't know if I can stand it. Okay, so this is the cover, and this is the back cover, and the copy that you get, because I'm going to make this live by the end of the day. You can trust me. So it should be available at Amazon either probably within 24 hours. So by either tomorrow, well, it could be tonight, could be as early as tonight, or as late as Monday. But at any rate, so these are the work of Susan Curry, Jill Fanning, Carol Ann Bryant, and Virginia Sanders Cole. And of course, the cover is the first book that I've ever published that was colored by anybody other than Virginia. And this was colored by Jody Ann Savage in memoriam for losing her from the coloring community a year ago. So now on to the next. Page 1, the title page. This is what I was starting to say. In all of my books, I always make sure that even if you are an Amazon buyer, you can see every picture before you buy it by using the look inside the book feature. And look inside the book lets us automatically show you the first 5 pages of the book. So I always structure my book 1, 2, 3. So you get a proof page, 4, 5. So you get all the proof pages and you get to see them. So these are the proof pages. Then, of course, there's all the other books that I have done. And I even put the new one that's not finished yet on this one. And then the dedication. It's dedicated, of course, to the fabulous fans of my work, whether or not they've been with me since the very beginning or are just now discovering my work. I wouldn't want to do this job without you. Thanks for breathing life into my drawings with your colors. So, thank you, Charlotte. And okay, so the important information for using the book and this page belongs to. So then we go to page 1 and we go to page 2. Oops, page 2 and page 3 and page 4. There's 48. This one is from the Flower Inspirations. Some of the others were from Flowers and Dreams, which was my first book. Flower Inspirations. This one also is from Inspirations. Also from Inspiration. I think I kept it in order. I am so excited. And look, I get to see how it's printing too. So that is just wonderful. And see what I mean? I don't do all those weird little ditzy things that so many people put in mandalas that drive me crazy. Mine are actually fun to color even if you don't like mandalas. And I have heard that over and over and over again. Hi, Wendy. And hi, Rochelle. This one is Rochelle. These books are your fault, by the way. Rochelle said after I showed the best of Preston, she said in an idle comment in a stream, she probably doesn't even remember saying it, that had I ever thought about doing a best of book, and then these 2 new books are born. So yeah. So these are my mandalas, guys. And if you're just coming in, and I know a couple of you seem to be, hi Heather and Lizette. We're flipping through my new book. The proof copy just arrived this minute. Amazon rang the doorbell. Okay, so there's this one. Now you saw color a version of this on a live stream. And then there's this one. These are my babies. And this one. This is gorgeous colored. There's a beautiful version of this in the video that I posted, because I did post a video flip through of this book. And there's another gorgeous one that was colored by fellow artist Jillian Adams that she did of that one. She did it in recolor and did it digitally. And there's this one. And this one. These almost never made it out into the public eye. They were hidden in. These were among the very first drawings that I ever did, and so they were hidden in the archives on my Facebook. And one of my fans, who is especially industrious, got to digging around in my photographs and found it and said, why aren't these in any of your books? And I said, oh, okay. There's that one. And that one. And that one. Thank you, Julie. Your comments were so kind. Thank you so much. And thank you for the reviews and all that kind of good stuff. And yeah, I'm gonna after this impromptu stream, I am going to go immediately to Amazon and release this book. It's usually about a 24-hour process, and they might not work on Sundays. So it could be as early as, like I said, as early as tonight or as late as Monday that the print version will be available. So there's this page. There's 48 pages. It's 8 by 8. It is your standard 60-pound, Amazon paper, which is 60-pound bright white. So yes, markers will always bleed through, but it doesn't matter the kind of paper. Markers bleed through every kind of paper. Oops, sorry. Get back to center. So there's this one. I am just so thrilled that I'm going to get to release it and that I was able to use the cover that I wanted to use. So, and there's this one. Now these came out, the central pieces on these came out smaller than I had originally wanted, but it was either cut off the antenna, which I love the antenna as an integral piece of the drawing. So, so that's why these are a little bit smaller. Thank you, Katrina. And I am just thrilled. I am so thrilled that the new book is going to look at it. I mean, it's perfect. This is why I work so hard to get these. When I'm creating my book for the publisher, it takes me days to get it perfect. And this one gives you tons of room for creativity. And of course, this saying makes an appearance in all of my books. No one is useless in this world who lightens the burdens of another. And all you guys do that for me every day. And hopefully, those of you that love my art, I do that for you. So that is from an obscure Charles Dickens book, but it is without doubt one of my favorite sentences in the whole world. I love doing this drawing. It's like visiting home. Yes, it is, Katrina. You can't actually pre-order it, but it will be live at Amazon, and they're really good about making sure that it's available worldwide. as they roll it out. It usually goes Amazon USA and UK on the same day, and then the others, I think Canada, France, Germany, Japan, they all are like a day later. Okay, then there's that one, and this one, and this one, and this one. Hello, Louise. Hello. It is just an amazing day. I am just having an amazing day. This was another one of my favorite ones to do. And one of the only times that I ever attempted doing anything digitally. Now, I didn't draw the main part of it digitally, but I did this little band right here. I did all with the computer. this whole band piece right here. Because there was something else in there and I didn't like it, so but it's the only time I've ever drawn digitally, and only that part that I altered. Otherwise, I hand draw everything. And ooh, the coloring on this, I do have to tell you that in the video that I made of it that I posted yesterday, there is a coloring of this that is just incredible. It is done with one pencil, guys, one pencil, a black pencil. And she did an absolutely incredible job on it. Her name is Elizabeth Zach Siegel, and she is a wonder. There's a little stained glass piece that I did. And this one, Virginia colored in the video. And her version of it is just, her gemstones were just, muy bueno. Very, very nice. I love this one too. See, I adapted most of these. And there was a ton of work that went into making them a version that would go in a mandala book. And this one. And this one. Another one of my favorites, my personal favorites. There is a full page version of this, by the way, in this book. I think it's in this book. Yeah. And in all of my print books, there is also, in the back, are all the 5x7s. Yeah, there's the full size, the full page version of that. But it's essentially a mandala. So it was the one that I adapted from Fabulous Flowers. And then there's that one. And many of these aren't available as mandalas anywhere. I can't put up a link. I am on a note phone. Oh, does somebody want a link to this book on where? I've got links. I can put them in. Okay, wait, there's that page. Sorry. And then there's that page. And that is the last page. As always in my books, there are two. Yes, there's always links. And actually, any link into my Etsy shop will get you there. And if you know the Easter egg code, it will give you, or if you are a member of my Facebook coloring group, it will give you the discount as well, the 25% discount. And actually, hang on, just a second, guys. I might as well throw in an Easter egg here for those of you that do want it. Let me jump down to the Easter eggs and grab one. Copy. This was an impromptu live, so I didn't actually prepare for it. Yes. Look, there's a link and an Easter egg too. If you use that link, it will give you 25% off the book. Now that link, I should tell you, is to the shop. You'll find the book. It should be, among the first couple of things that you see because it's brand new. Okay, so there are two intentionally left blank places for you to test your coloring mediums, and then of course this. And Connie, are you watching? This is what all of my books look like. Oh, yay! Thank you, whoever that was, just favorited my shop. Oh, and again, okay, so Flowers and Flyers, Flower Inspirations, Flowers and Dreams. They're actually in order. My books are Flowers and Dreams, Flower Inspirations, Flowers and Flyers, Flowers and Whimsy. Thank you to whoever that was. Flowers of Fantasy, Flowers of Wonder, Fabulous Flowers, and Fantasy Flower Garden. Actually, Fantasy Flower Garden came first, then Fabulous Flowers. After I released the first three books, I did a travel size edition, so that's available. And my art is also featured, two drawings each in both of the two treasury books. And somebody asked me the other day about my artist group. Thank you. Thank you to whoever that was, about the artist group that I'm in. And I think it was Sue, I want to say it was Sue Gaines, but that might not be right. But that is and I think I gave her a link to it too. It's called the Coloring Book Author Support Group, is I think what it's called, or the authors, Coloring Book Author Support Group. And what it is, of course, is it's where we all of us who publish with Amazon go to figure out how to publish with Amazon, and what to do and all of that. So everybody, this is my new book, and this is my proof copy. And I mean, short of, it's not. Yeah, there's nothing wrong. There's absolutely nothing wrong with the way that image prints. I used my wizardry, my master wizardry skills to get that to a resolution that I could actually use it. And Jody actually did help me out. I do remember asking her for a good scan, and she sent me a 200 DPI scan. I usually work with 600 DPI scans, which is why I wasn't certain it would print well. So that's why I didn't release it all right away. Otherwise, it would have been available today. But instead, it will be available in the next couple days. I am thrilled. It's the second black cover that I've used. It's the first cover that I never second guessed. I just thought it is I don't think I understand the question, Donna. Will there be a difference between the Amazon copy and when I print it out? Okay, no, there is no difference except that when you print it out, you're talking about the PDF version. The PDF version does not have the color cover, and I also leave out these two pages, usually. and then all of the I usually don't put in these pages either. So, but those are the only differences. Now, I will tell you that when you are printing a PDF version of any of my drawings, in order to avoid double margining, and what I mean by that is that when we create a PDF file and upload it to Etsy, we've already got margins in it. When you download it, sorry, hang on one second, and go to print it at actual size, like it was a photograph, instead of trying to print it like it was a document. And the reason is because otherwise your printer settings are going to double margin it. So in other words, it's already got a margin that I put in there. And then if you've got a 1-inch margin, which most people do, it's going to print my 1/2 inch inside that 1 inch. And that is why you end up with these tiny, these tiny pictures when you print off of a PDF. So be sure to print it at actual size. Hang on one second. I got to go blow my nose, guys. Ah, that's much better. Now I can breathe. It is, see, it happens anytime I cry. Ooh, yay. I'm so excited. Uh, and yeah, and so that is, and I finally figured out that that was one of the things that was happening on the double margining, because I would see all these people posting photographs of drawings that I've done, and I see that it's printed out in a very small format, and I'm or it's much smaller than I intended it to be, and so some people do that on purpose and they like it because then there's not so much to color. But on the other hand, it sort of makes me go, oh my gosh, what am I doing wrong? And it took me a long time to figure out that that's what was happening, because I didn't understand the way that the technology worked. And so anyway, hello to anybody that I have missed saying hi to. It has just been an incredible day so far. I came on live to do an impromptu. So far, Amazon has rung my doorbell twice, or actually my post office rang my doorbell with a gift from the lovely Shannon, who gave me this incredible sign for the channel, so that you guys, when I'm off feeding the dragons, and I will return shortly, I can, have this pretty thing for you to look at. She also sent a gorgeous glass pen, which we tried to use, and with a limited success. But that's my fault, so I will learn to use it. And then Amazon sent me the proof copy of my book that I've been waiting for, so that I can approve it. This is a book that I've drawn and was just released yesterday, and so it will soon be available in print in the next couple days. And and yes, I love the sign too. And then this is my most recent full size by, when I say full size, it's 8.5 by 11. And we were coloring. We had started this page some weeks ago with Tim Holtz Distress Inks, and then I had colored it a bit off stream. I did the berries and some leaves and this flower. And then I just thought that I would hop on and do this, and it's just been such an exciting day. Just absolutely incredible. And I almost didn't hear the doorbell. And 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 would have missed being able to do that live. Oh, I'm just so excited. I am so excited by that. What time is it? 1:56? It's 1:56. I wonder if they work on Saturdays. I bet you they do. I wonder if I released it right now, if they would get it to the end of the day. Do you think? We'll give it a little bit. We'll give it. I'm thrilled. Make, wait. Thank you, Louise. I'm just trying to read chat a little bit. Okay. Yeah. Mia Cajun is Pat, and there is another one who's Patricia. Uh, I think it's Neperkit. Neperkit is Patricia, and I know that we can say that because people call her all the time Patricia. I got in trouble that for the other day when I was somebody had asked me someone's real name, and I told them, and it was like, oh no, don't do that. I'm like, well, I only knew it was you because I plugged in your screen name on Facebook and you popped up. So, oh, I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled. She does? Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Well, I don't know that I've been in a stream where both May and Pat were there yet. Did you see Harry did a live? Sorry. Harry, the art gear guide, he did a live today. Oh, wait, what? Who came on? Did somebody, Robin, tell me what's going on, honey. Okay. Uh, yeah, as an impromptu, I don't want to run over anybody, so I'm just filling time because Sammy didn't come on. Oh, who started? No, Robin, I need to know that because I didn't. I'm an impromptu, so I am absolutely. I bow to anybody who's scheduled to come on, and I don't want to. I mean, if Grace is on or somebody like that. Oh yeah, okay. Oh, please, anybody that would like to go over to Grace's, I will never hold. I would never hold that against anybody, or even think about it. Yeah. So I certainly don't intentionally want to stream over Grace, but I know that not everybody goes over there. Uh, so anybody who would like to go over to Grace's, please go with my blessing, is what I'm trying to say. And I don't very often make it over there either. So okay, so there was that. Now, and actually, what I'm see, I got totally discombobulated there. I did not know what I wanted to do. This is what I'm doing here. I'm trying to. I'm forgetting that I have a third color that I have to add. Jennifer is awesome. Like I said, she is who I want to be when my channel grows up. I just love her. I'm not such a huge fan of her art as I am a fan of her style. She's got she's she's got a great presence about her. She's fun. She thinks up fun things to do. She conducts great experiments. I love Rose. So now I'm just sort of adding the third color, which is the darkest. So what I'm trying to do is make it so that it looks like the rose petals are curved, so you would see the outside as being the darkest shades because it'd be at an angle, and then they would get progressively lighter as they come in toward where the light is hitting here on the center. So I'm just being very light. Just adding in the color. And hopefully maybe a little darker down, here where it would be more shadowed in the area that's further away where the angle of the angle of the light would cause that to be a little darker over there. I do these little exercises where I look at, I'll actually look at how the light casts on something and see where the shadow is hitting it. And where the light isn't, and see what's going on with that. Is that in focus? Hi, Karen. How are you? Zucchini Kitty, I am loving the coloring your way through that, through the ink house. I loved the little, the H and the I, or the I and the H, the snails that you just posted. Oh, Donna, you can set it so that you get those notifications. Some people don't, because you do get notified of a lot. When I first sign on to uh, YouTube, or when I first bring up Google Chrome, I'm just inundated with tons of notifications. But I just click through them, and okay, Isabel, thank you so much for coming and getting to witness the fact that that print book is going to be available. and and so thank you for coming. And it will be sooner rather than later, and with the cover on it that I wanted. I am just thrilled, absolutely thrilled by that. And it all happened live. It still floors me. Timing is everything. Timing is perfect. I was so hoping that Sammy would be on, because she had mentioned yesterday my new book coming out. Sammy does have a lot of followers, and for an artist, getting a mention by Sammy is a good thing. And so then I thought, well, I'll just do a little impromptu, listen to the voice on my shoulder. Sure enough, there come the Amazon folks with my book and my gift. Just deepen those. So I'm just working in the layers, and back to the sort of neon shade there, just to sort of, and I'm going to switch this out, this neon, I'm going to switch this out for a lighter shade here in just a second. But I'm just adding a second light layer. Just because I happen to really enjoy, I would never have used the neons, but I have been watching, of course, Lori over at Color My World, and she knows so much about the Prismacolor pencils and how they work, and different blends, and different techniques. And she shares all that with us. And one of her favorite things is to use these neon pencils for the highlights. After all, that is what they're for. And they really do make all the difference in the world. These, you'd think that they're just such a bright color that they would be garish, but they're really not. Not when you add the other colors in. So now I'm back to the mulberry, which is the more purple, or I wouldn't say it's darker. It's a different, it's a different, it's just sort of, it's a different tone, I guess. Just adding a little bit more of that. Maybe a little bit more here because I'm also going to come in with some espresso, which I learned from Sammy. It is all about the contrast. So when we're ready to do the shadows, that espresso is really going to be the thing to set it off, because we'll deepen all these little shadows in there using the espresso. Now I'm back to the pomegranate. Sort of watching my time and watching. I didn't, of course, I guess I don't get notifications about Grace being on because it's not. Here's the other thing I wanted to mention, just as a general knowledge thing that I found out. Um, what happens with notifications is that if you get notified about a stream or something and you don't act on that notification, like, 10 times in a row, the algorithm of YouTube basically takes you off that person's list, or off the notifications. So you hear a lot of people say, well, I didn't get notified. You get notified if it's a stream you attend a lot, but if it's a stream you only attend rarely, eventually you stop getting notified. And the way to fix it is to just go back to the channel, unring the bell, and then ring the bell again, and you will be on a fresh cycle of getting your notifications from that channel. So I learned that. And whenever I learn something new, I like to share it. So seems like I've been working on this flower for a long time, doesn't it? Turning my book because I am rubbish at I've been practicing my lightning techniques, as I work my way in with my pencils, and getting lighter, the holding it back here. Okay, now I am going to choose not a hot pink. I usually like the Deco pink. Is this the one I want? Yeah, we'll add just a little bit of the Deco pink. Just as sort of a blender. even out here amongst the darker colors. Leaving just a few of the more whitish highlights. And there's tons of wax on this page for the colors to slip and slide around on. Slip and slide. You remember those when you were a kid? Did you have those? I always wanted one, but growing up in the mountains, there was nothing but, you know, there wasn't anything that was concrete, and there wasn't any. Nobody had a lawn. You had pine needles. there were no houses with lawns. Everybody had pine needles. And now what I've got is the very lightest of the pinks, which is the well, let's see. This one was the hot. I guess that one was the hot pink. This one is the deco pink. So I'm using the deco pink as sort of a burnisher, since it's really the lightest pink in the box, and I don't want to go white. You know, I don't want to burnish it with white. So I've just simply chosen. And remember that this is Amazon paper, and there are no, I mean, because I used layers, there's no little white spots showing through or anything like that. And I'm not pushing hard. I'm just blending it in. So it's not like I'm not crushing the tooth. I'm just blending the colors. Most people, when they blend, they press too hard. And you don't really need to do that. All you really want to do is move the color around. Because by the time you get to a certain point, you filled in the tooth with all your layers. So it should give you a nice smooth finish. But we still have to add the espresso. And it doesn't have to be espresso. It could be any shade that you like for shadows. I just happen to like the espresso. Oh, look, there's my new book. You will be able to order it on Amazon by this time on Monday or sooner. Okay. Let's see. Espresso. And the dark umber would probably work too. The espresso is a little gray, which is probably why I like it. I like it because it's a little bit gray. Having a little problem with the glare coming off the lights here. Oops. See if I can do this without getting my head underneath the lights. You don't want to come out very far. And you really want to be very light with it. Because all you're really trying to do is hint at a shadow. But you see how that works? How it just adds that little extra bit of contrast between the leaves. And the espresso is a super strong color. Like all of the Prismacolors, it's very pigmented. And so, you know, literally whispering it across the area here. And if you get a little bit too much or you don't like it, just blend it down. You'll blend it in a little bit. Oh, hello, May. How are ya? Now gets more. Okay, the dog is getting better and better. He now gets more. Oh, he now gets more by being a pack member. This night he even slept well, and Arya is a good teacher. Well, yeah, that's terrific. That's terrific news. Everybody, May and her husband adopted a new little dog, and she's a French bulldog. He's a French bulldog, and he's blind, which is presenting some interesting challenges, I understand. I'm going to get off in a little bit, guys. I just, this is not fair to Grace. So the more I sit here, the more I feel guilty that I'm on over Grace. And I don't mean to be. I have my own time tomorrow, and I'll be here tomorrow. And guess what we'll be coloring from? We'll be coloring from my new book. Yes, here it is. It is the best of CLAldridge. It's mandalas. It's the 48 fan favorite designs from my first 8 books, adapted from my first 8 books into a. Some of these had never been just mandalas by before. These always had the big blooms over the top of them. And so I edited the big blooms out, and now you just get the mandala part. And so yeah, I am just. Can I just tell you that I am so thrilled that I got to use this art. I am just because it's just my way of wanting to pay tribute to somebody that I miss, and I didn't even know her. I mean, other than a couple of conversations over art, we didn't know each other well, but to have somebody that colors like this that you so admire and have them taken away so cruelly and so quickly and so unexpectedly, it was exactly the way I felt about losing Katrine. It was like, whoa, wait a minute. I just found you. How could you possibly go? So Yay. And thank you, Karen. Yeah, it's number nine. So but it's just as thrilling as the first one. It is just as thrilling as releasing the first one. So, and I remember that day too. I was like a hot air balloon. You could have, if somebody would have untethered me that day, I would have simply floated out into the universe. I was just on cloud nine, absolutely on cloud nine. Okay, so I went on a live stream for 2 hours and all I managed to color was a flower. But we got a lot of stuff done today. We got a walkthrough done. We got gifts that are just, oh, May, look at what Shannon made for me. Look at this. Isn't this incredible? Hang on. And everybody who hasn't had a chance to see this yet, is this not wonderful? This is from our Shannon Lefevre. And so it's, off to feed, for when I have to step away for just a second. Off to feed the dragons will return shortly. And it's got my uh, it's got my honey I'm home dragon. Sorry, and flowers from my book that she's colored and put down. I just love it. Just absolutely love it. And I have my very own dip pen now. It is a thing of beauty. Hang on. Hitting mute. Okay. That's a little better. But it also tells me, guys, that it's probably time for me to go. And I want to say thank you to everybody who is here, who joined me today with no notice. I will see you all tomorrow for our regular time at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, followed by May. It's been a great day. Thank you, everybody. And until we meet again, please color something pretty. Bye, everybody. Thank you for coming. Oh, and don't forget, here is, and I'll add it again, here is the Easter egg that will give you 25% off any purchase in my Etsy shop, including the PDF version of this.